Hello, hello. Sorry, baby screaming. Guess it's bedtime. Nap time. Can't see me. Yeah, because I went live before I put my camera on. It wasn't a mistake. Kind of go live, let people know, so that way people can get the notifications, because the notifications don't always come through, right, Janet?
Yeah.
Or they come through slow. So, hello, Honora. Honora, right? Honora Lewis. Let me go see what's wrong with her. You guys hear him on the camera? You hear the baby crying? Let me know how much you can hear him, because I know I can hear it back on videos. Start doing it from my truck. So yeah, so basically I go live, and then before I go put my camera on, if you just see a blank screen, and I mean it lets you know still what's going on and what's coming, let you know who it is. Yeah, I don't put my camera on for a couple of minutes after I go live. It's a build up, right? Building it up. Gotta do something, shit. I don't get many people sharing for me anymore, which is not, I'm not complaining. I'm just, people get afraid to share because you get blocked or put in Facebook jail. So yeah, that's why. Oh, thank you, Janet, for the donation. Hello, Dana. Dana Stegler. All right. You hashtagged it, huh? Some hashtags in there. Oh, yeah, we'll do the Masters Mystic Sense. Yep, so 4 card readings for $5. Janet's going to be first. Let me see here. Thank you for the $5, Janet, on Cash App. If you don't know where to donate, just go right down here at the bottom. See my link tree down here at the bottom? That's where you'll find my Venmo, my Cash App, and my PayPal. If you did want a reading. Happy Monday, Kathy. Oh, thank you for sharing, Honora. Thank you for sharing in your group. And yeah, that's sharing your groups, the groups you belong to, wherever you think, people would like to watch me. If you could do that, I appreciate it. You don't have to. It's not required. I'm not going to require anybody to do anything, but if you do want a reading, it is required to pay a $5 or more tip. That's the only requirement. Or 500 stars on Facebook. Oh, thank you, Denise. I'm excited. We're going to be starting another channel, me and Noma. I haven't thought of a name for it yet. We're becoming nomads, but we're beginner nomads, so we're going to show you life on the road for us. Still be doing readings. Hello, Christy. How are you? Haven't seen you in a couple days, and I know you've been dealing with stress, so you got all quiet. So I got a little bit worried. I mean, I knew you're okay, but. All right, Janet, question, if you have a question, and then Denise as well. Denise left a donation. $5 on, looks like it was on Venmo. Yeah, Venmo. Thank you, Denise. You're next after Janet. Thank you for sharing, Janet. So yeah, if you guys have a good name for like a channel and page, for me and Norma being nomads, living the van life, except it's a suburban, so living the suburban life, or camper truck, I don't know what you call it. Small camper life. Been working your ass off. Thank you for the 200 stars, Honora. I can pull you one card for that, or if you want to do a 4-card spread, it's another 300 stars and you can get a 4-card spread. But I can just pull one for you. We're good. Still here. Hello, Teresa. Yeah, we just started, Teresa, so only 2 people have donated so far for Suburban Nights. Ooh, I like that. I kind of like, yeah, I like that. Should we add something kind of like, because we're weird spiritual weirdos? Do we want to kind of add to that a little bit, or just keep it that way? That way we kind of, so I know that kind of hits that niche. You got to think about these things when you start channels. Anybody out there wants to create content, you got to think about all these little details, like what your name is. It going to be popular in search, or I can't help but think about it. Traveling shaman. I was thinking shamanic journeys. That's already a page of mine or a group on my website, or a shamanic journey. Plants, yeah, I posted them. I posted a new picture, Linda. They're on the spiritual suburbanites. I like suburbanites. I'm really. Oh, look, Kathy said the same, or Christy and Kathy said the same one. Traveling shaman and the hippie. That's awesome. Or what was the other one? Mystic and shaman. The mystic and the shaman. But I do want to incorporate so I can utilize it, so people who are actually looking for van life can kind of reach that demographic, right? Yeah, the plants are growing, so just check it out. Go to my Facebook page, where I'm going live from right now, and scroll down. You'll see I've given, so it was like 3 weeks ago, I planted them in that hydroponic crate 3 weeks ago, and look how much they've grown. They've grown fast. Path to Purpose, I like that one too. What's that? Oh yeah, an experiment. How I like it's cheap made, but you know what? You guys can all do this. This is just a 2-liter bottle. And that's this is a squash. I think it's like a summer squash. And I've just planted it in vermiculite, like half vermiculite and half permalite. So, and then I've got like, let me see if I can show you. So a chip, pull that off for me. Carefully. So on this is like my first one. So I just took, let me see. I'm holding it up because that wasn't really you need to make tabs or something if you're using a 2-liter bottle. But we drink out of 2-liter bottles a lot, so I figured I'd recycle them. Check this out. Okay, so I just cut the top off and put it upside down, but I cut holes all over in the, I want it to drip, so the roots can come out and go to the water. So this is like, well, they call it nutrients because it is. It's water with nutrients in it, like nitrogen and magnesium. We actually need to, I think next time I'm going to use a different kinds. This time I used Dr. Earth. That's what I used. It's just 1 pump per gallon. And I put it in here. It's my nutrient. And it's just a milk jug, right? I mean, it costs really, literally just the seeds, I think. The permalite and the vermiculite, those cost like $5 a bag, and they're big bags, so I haven't used much of it yet. That's one of them, but in my closet I have like a little grow room or grow tent that I've kind of created. So yeah, don't tell me you can't grow a garden. You can grow a garden in your house and you can keep it all year long. As long as you have a light source and you keep them somewhat warm. Yeah, I grow it, so I no, it's got a name. Yeah, let's put that back in there. Yeah, if anybody's interested, if you have a question or anything, leave me, send me a message if you want to get started on something like that. This is to protect. So the reason we have the this around this is the roots don't need to be exposed to light. You don't want the roots to be exposed to too much light because it will, yeah, kind of works as like the soil, right? But they're growing fast. Like what? Oh yeah, the other clip. Oh well, it just fell in. It's because when you squeeze the bottle. So there's another. You can grab the one on the closet if you will, and I'll show them that. So this is like my new idea. That was this one, and I just cut it like straight through, and I probably should have left it cut up on the bend a little bit as it was bending, so it didn't fall in. But I'll show you another one that I have. So this one I just took, and I see I painted this one. Just drew stuff on it. Drew some sigils and all right, and that kind of we did it fast. That's just like silver paint. This one I did the same thing. See the root starting to grow out of there? So that little root, baby root. Now this one I cut it, but I put like tabs on it. See that? I cut that off so it would just sit on top, and it works a lot better. And painted it to protect the roots. We've got plants everywhere. Like I got tomato plants coming in that I probably, I got a little excited and put too many seeds and germination. So I germinate them in a bag. It's like a bag like this, but I put them in. I gotta take a paper towel and then I get it damp or wet. Then I put it, fold paper over, and I put all the seeds in there and fold it, fold it up into about like this big. Put it in a bag and seal it, and you don't have to keep watering it. Like I used to germinate by like putting it on a plate inside of paper towels and then putting it in the sun, but the water just evaporates fast. But if you do it in the bag, you don't even have to ever get it wet again until they all pop up. Oh yeah, I used this one's a radish. I don't know how it's gonna go, but looks a little peaked. I'm thinking it's nutrients, needs more nutrients. But that's just in a coffee can or the plastic ones. And see, this is just a water pool tube or pool weenie. What do they call them? Pool noodle. So I cut the pool. I got all this stuff off of YouTube. There's some really genius people on there that keep it simple. So this is like the smaller pool noodle. I cut a piece out, so when I put the plant in there, it'll hold the plant, and it'll sit in like I think it's like that looks like about 1.25 inch hole or 1.5 inches. And then you fill like whatever container you're using. This one's dark, I didn't have to paint it. But I can pull this out, look. So I just made a hole in the top of it. And it comes out really easy. You see that little center piece? That's just the part that I cut off, like the leftover piece from that. I filled it up with water until the roots could touch it. So the roots have to touch it. And the roots have grown pretty good on this one. Now these are radish, so I think you have to have a basket system where it works better, or they just grow into the water and they kind of split. So we'll see where that one goes. And then I have that bigger one that I showed you. But I have like a thing where after I've started the seeds and germinated them, I've got they call. I'm learning gardening with the proper terms for things. So propagator. It's just like a bunch of little ones in there. Yeah. So anyway, okay. So back to where we were. Yes. I did feel like I wanted to show that though, because it's really cool and really easy. Hydroponics in your closet when you were a kid. Yep. As long as you have a grow light and like I bought. Who? Oh, thank you, Anne. Okay, so Janet is next. So Janet, Denise, and then Anne. Okay. Did Janet have a question? I didn't see. Yeah, see, Linda, I said, what's the radish sitting in? I think you do need something that keeps the radish up, like the big parts, the bulbs, that allows the roots to kind of grow through. So a net pot would probably be better. But if you want to make a net pot, like it's kind of what I did with that one I showed you where I put the tabs on it. I kind of put it just through, but it's still going to, hopefully the radish grow above because I put a little vermiculite and permalite mix. All who wander are not lost. I like that. And yeah, it says like pot seeds. Yeah, you can use any seed you want. If it's a plant, you can grow it. No pot seeds in my closet. I did that before, and I was paranoid because it was illegal. What? Health. Okay. Yeah, herb garden. I'm kind of got that. There's another cool trick I'll show you next time. You can make microgreens, like out of radish, or like I use bok choy, and I use that as like I use the 2-liter bottle same way, except I put a wick system on it, so like a piece of cotton in there. It was like a sock, and it was ripped up, had a hole in it, so I used a sock. You tie a knot on the top. Put the. I'll show you next time. Oh, Christy, that's what I figured, but I wasn't gonna like put you on blast like that. I grew some in my closet too, but they got the flowers got to be about like that big, and I grew them in like little 1-gallon containers, which I think you need like a 5-gallon container to actually grow a good sized plant. That type of plant. Hello, Kelly Hall, Miles from Howard City, Michigan. All right, this is for Janet. Get caught up there, and you get me talking about gardening, and I'll get nerd out. All right. So, I think it's more you wondering about it than like just worrying about it. Don't worry about it. Like you're thinking too far ahead. As far as your health, I mean, I would say, Janet, you want to really work on stress. Mental health is important right now. You got the great mystery first. So trusting the process, trusting that if you do it that way, and you have noticed, like you start to change and doing the way you're doing things start to change, and then when it might be a bad memory or a trigger from somebody else, and we kind of fall back into that. I see a lot of that. I see like you pushing forward, which you're doing great. You're not trying, you are going for it, but then the 2 steps back. You don't have to do it that way. I feel like if you just muster that courage that you have within you and just keep moving forward. And it is going to take some action. And I think you're doing that. But as far as health goes, a lot of it looks like mental health. You are at this beginning of change. You got the birth card. It's all about renewal. It's all about new experience, new change, new surroundings, new way of thinking. Allow that in. Don't fight it. Like we can get really stubborn with things and just go, no, I know that's the best wisdom for me, but I just don't want to do it. And, it can be to your detriment if you do that. I mean, that's why you have free will. That's the beauty of free will. Sometimes we need to really listen, though. I mean, all the time we need to listen, but really, in this case, and where, your mental state right now, your mental wellness depends upon you making a change in environment and kind of new faces. You're getting there. Just don't give up on that. Don't let yourself get stuck or stagnant. And then you got the lodge, which is asking your friends, asking people, really networking. I think you did that in the past, but I don't know if you've been doing it now. So keeping an open line of communication with, you said your friend, you wanted to, and you may be able to move out there. Not just that friend, though. I feel like just taking in the advice that you can, asking for advice, asking. And as far as health goes, I mean, really, this seems to be more of like your health depends upon your path with that launch card. Okay. And you got purple dyed agate. I don't think you've ever got that one, have you? All right. Is your intuition particularly heightened at this time? Are you receiving messages from the divine? Embrace the divine gift in order to live a charmed and enlightened life. Help others attain freedom from suffering and find happiness and peace. Pursue training to develop your intuitive gifts and use them freely. Me, if you want to come to class to Metaphysical Mystics, let me know and we can sign you up. Every week we kind of go through something. We're going through a pretty long book. And it is pretty hard to follow. However, we can listen to it over and over again, or we can read the book. But that's the kind of stuff we deal with. It kind of gets your mind off of the little petty shit. Because we don't need to worry about petty shit. Small details sometimes, yes. Petty shit that doesn't really matter at this moment in time, that's where we let a lot of that go. All right, so you got Jesus. Ooh. I feel and know the presence of the divine within and around me. I attract good friends and acquaintances into my life. The people I spend time with are people of integrity. I am divinely connected to all life. Thank you. And thank you, Janet. Okay, Denise is next. Okay, Honora, right? Okay, Honora, you will be after Anne. Oh, wait, Denise. Anne, after Anne. So Anne next, and then you, okay?
No, Denise.
Yeah, we're doing Denise first, then Anne, and then Honora.
And then Marcia.
And then Marcia. Thank you, Marcia. It's happening, she says. Doing that. Good. I figured you would. Just don't, that's kind of a message of not, you have no time to kind of fall back and procrastinate right now. It's on. Game on. Go for it. She says, come to Florida, right? There you go. Christy giving you an offer to come to Florida. You're very welcome, Janet. Okay, so from now on, if I don't see a question, because I end up waiting, if you don't leave a question, I'm just going to pull cards if I don't see it, because I'm not seeing. What's that? Yeah, Denise, do you have a question? Just general, okay. Lower world. Dealing with divine feminine right now. That lower world always scares people, or it scares a lot of people when I bring this card up, or when they see that, because they perceive it as hell. And yeah, it can be a hell. This is where we store away all of our past, all of our memories. It's about the past. It's actually the past card, right? So I'm going through the past, really not worrying about the past, but looking to the past to reference for the day. You know that. You've been here enough to know it's important to utilize the past as a teacher. You got the North, solitude, taking some time, cleansing that energy, probably good time to be alone, or spending time alone, or having some solitude, maybe reading a book, whatever this is for you that gives you that solitude and kind of gets your mind off of everything, like I was saying, and off a lot of the stuff that really isn't affecting you. The only way it's affecting you is within you. Giving yourself some solitude, some time to really focus and recharge that energy, that healing energy, is important. So recovery seems to come to mind for solitude. Having some alone time when you have it, take advantage of it. Oh, whoops, one more thing. Conch shell, you're being called in a different direction, or a feeling, a pull of, and I noticed that because I noticed since I've started, you started watching me and watching Leonard, and the groups, people that in our circles, I have noticed like you moving up, or moving, kind of ascending here. So that's what this card is. It's really about following your purpose. It's scary, but follow that calling when it comes to you. Whatever you feel in your heart, wherever you feel moved to, go for it. Yeah, Janet would like it. Denise would like it. Teresa would like it. Yep. Did I get your tip? Hold on, Teresa. Let me check it out. What's that? Oh, yeah. One more card. For Denise, ruby and fuchsite. Have you been shy about accepting overture of friendship? Are you timid about starting a romantic relationship or rekindling an existing one? Make an effort to turn a reticent attitude into a more outgoing outlook. Embrace your personal power and be willing to connect. Recognize your magnificence and enjoy fulfilling interactions with others. You got St. Valentine, of course. That's a different card coming up. So there's going to be solitude, and then there's something else going on here. Okay, here's your affirmation by St. Valentine. I am love. I love all that is deeply and fully. I am grateful for romantic love in my life. I am blessed with great friends, companions, and colleagues. I willingly share my love and my life with others. Yes, and you do that naturally anyway, so it's probably why there's solitude. Giving yourself some time to think for yourself, not figuring everybody else's problems out for a minute. All right, now, Anne, are you around? Oh, did she? Awesome. Good, Denise. You got a little love going on, a little love connection going on, or someone from the past right now, or rekindling of something. A lot of fire. That last card was letting me know there's some passion coming. All right, so Anne's not here. If she speaks up here in a second, I'll still get to her. And okay, Nancy, we're doing Indigo Eyes Is You. That's Anne. Anne Holloway. Anne Holloway Johnson. She's the next in line. What we're doing, if you just got here, I know some of you are wanting a reading or a message. It is for a full card, for 4-card spread. It's $5 or more, or 500 stars or more on Facebook. But if you're on YouTube, you can just go over to my link tree here on the bottom of the screen, and you can send $5 there. Oh, you were saying hi. Well, hello, Indigo. All right. So we can do Honora next, right? Honora, thank you for the 200 stars. So we're going to pull you a card. You got Red Goldstone. Are you in touch with your magnificence? Have you been living your life in full splendor? Find ways to bring more joy into your life. Become aware of the source of emotional challenges or perceived blocks so you can release them. Get in touch with your inner radiance and shine your light brightly. You got Serapis Bay. Here's their affirmation for you today. I am full of vigor. I am authentic and loyal. I confidently reveal my true colors. I am full of life, enhancing joy and goodness. My life is dynamic and full of vibrant energy. Being all that it can be feels fabulous. Or feels fabulous. Oh, every time I say that word or read it, I feel like I say it. Oh, okay. And gifted. Okay. Hello, Angel Lopez. I appreciate you too, Honora. Thank you for the 200 stars. You know what? Let's pull it since Honora left. Let's pull 3 more cards for her. Sorry. I'm gonna gift. Anne gifted a reading for someone. So thank you, Anne. Anne Holloway. Mystical subordinates. Yeah, suburbanite. Ooh, I like that. How do we shorten that? Mystic suburbanites. Suburban mystics. Suburbanistics. Suburbanonics. No, I'm just going too far. No, I'm not. I'm just guessing. That's how you do it. Ooh, you got the lower world as well. Okay. Honora, You got the lower world. Go to the past. If you're getting mad, you're getting upset, where it's hard to keep those emotions from really bursting out. Visit the past. Don't look at it as like, oh, I'm such a piece of crap because I did this. And I'm just no good because I did this. You can change it any time. That's what the past is good to reference. Like, okay, I did it wrong there. I can do it way better here. And even looking at your successes and going, okay, I did this right. Why did I succeed here? And why did I fail here? Start really going through your past and looking at it. Not as regrets, but use it as lessons. Let go of the shame, let go of the guilt that you have from the past. It's more about looking at things as lessons and bettering yourself because of that. Getting better at making decisions for yourself. Taking the proper actions for yourself and for others. That's what the past card is. Whoops, I just about pulled. Okay, so next card is the Great Mystery. Trust the process. This is a card of patience. Knowing that the universe is working for you, but it's important to be patient and allow the magic to happen. Once you see it happen and you know that you can take action and take advantage of that opportunity, then you go for it. But right now, I think it's more about observing where you're at right now, looking at your past mistakes and your past successes, and referencing off that, how things are going to work for you, how you want them to work. And water expression, that was that first card too, really expressing yourself. The water is about expressing yourself, but also being very fluid and being in your movement, being fluid in your thinking, not allowing yourself to get too rigid in your thought patterns. All right, I think we're done with that one. And thank you, Honora, again. And now Marcia, or is it Marcia?
Marcia.
I'm doing good, Angel. How are you? Emotional empath, yep. Mystic Gypsies. That one sounds good. All right, Marcia, do you have a question? If you have a question, just go ahead and leave it in comments or general. What's that, babe? Wandering magic. Thing just came in my head. Like I feel like that was like the. I don't know why I thought the Partridge Family was wandering magic. Start hearing the Partridge Family. We're seeing it. Your throat chakra feels stuck. How do I unstick it? Or is something else? And is there a good man out there for me? Don't trust many. I'm still evolving from the positive. Okay, well, we'll try to get a little bit out of that answer. These are mini readings. And I think we've talked before. If you'd like a private reading, anybody, if you you don't want to do it publicly here on lives, that's fine. Go to my website here at psychicshaman333.com and you can schedule a reading there, or a healing session, or mentoring session, or you can join my Metaphysical Mystics class that we do I teach every once a week. This week we did it Sunday because St. Patrick's Day was Thursday, but we're going to be doing it this Thursday, and then probably Thursdays from here on out until we run into another holiday or something goes on and we have to change it to another day. But it's once a week. Finding freedom. I'm liking that. All right, thank you for the donation, Nancy. Yes, you will be next if you left a tip. Thank you. Gypsy Tribe. There we go. Like that one too. Yeah, Nancy sent 530. Ooh, you got it too. Okay, so now like I feel like you're kind of going through something right now, or emotionally breaking yourself from something, and that's what that rattle's about. Is like you're actually rising above it and breaking through it. So you're breaking out of a box, basically. You're breaking out of a box for freedom, and you're doing it meticulously. So like this thing you do here, when you do this, you're kind of doing it baby steps. But as you're building, things are getting bigger. Now as this progresses, right, this life or this experience you're in, you're going to understand more of the cycles. Like you've been here before. Like, so if you're having deja vus, if you're having any of that, that kind of continuation or continuative feel, yes, you have been here before. Maybe not exactly here, but same mood, same way you look, perception, same situations. You know how to handle this. Trust yourself, but keep away a lot of the negative energy and make sure you maintain a higher vibration. Even dealing with darker energies or darker moods from people. And then expressing yourself. I feel like this is more, you said the throat chakra, so speaking up. Being able to speak up and speak loudly if you have to sometimes until so you're heard. Don't hold back. Like you can be polite in the way you do it, but don't hold it in. That's what's blocking any part of your throat chakra right now, is not expressing yourself when you should have. Doing it almost too late. It's never too late, but when you first have that initial moment of speaking up and saying something, that's when you need to do it. Not out of anger, not out of a fast reaction, but speak up when you know what you need to say. Okay, and you got Swami Sivananda and Aragonite. The Aragonite asks, are you ready to serve? Do you feel guided to start or resume yoga class? Listen to and follow your inner guidance. Allow love into your heart and focus on finding a cure for all suffering. Lovingly devote your energy to purification, meditation, and self-realization. I'm really looking at yourself right now, but I think you have a good idea of where you're going. It's all about fighting for that. Like she just said, fighting for freedom. It's funny that Jody just said that because that's kind of what you're doing. All right, and Swami Sivananda's affirmation for you today is, I acknowledge the storehouse of spiritual wisdom within. I trust my inner voice and follow inner guidance. I am willing to channel for divine inspiration and creative solutions. I enjoy a regular yoga practice, and I meditate with ease and grace. So it's just really being conscious of yourself and where you're going, being, striving for more consciousness of that, really focusing on a little bit more on a lot of the outer of what you've got going on. It's like you've got this whole clockwork going right now, whether it be spiritually or actually, you've got all these things going on right now. It's just staying more organized, paying attention more to the details that do matter, and not getting distracted to the details that don't, by the details. Thank you, Marcia. Now Nancy. Okay. What up, Ariel? Ariel the Mermaid, or also known as Allison. Good to see you here. Travel to Truths. I like that. Jody's a songwriter too. There's a lot of good ones in here. And thank you. Yeah, the class is really fun. We've actually, a lot of people have joined. A few more people have joined. Linda Fortune, Kathy's in there now. Of course, Christy's been there since almost the beginning. I think since the beginning. Yeah. And that was like almost 2 years ago. Behaving today. Me? Yeah. Always when I'm working. Keep knocking that down. You're welcome, Marcia. Okay, did Nancy have a question? Because I just pulled her first card out, which is the birth card, renewal, fresh start, creating a fresh start for yourself, but looking at things like a child, like you would as a child. Remembering that feeling of wonderment, right? You can get there. I feel like the universe is actually infusing some of that energy in you right now. So accept it. Don't feel crazy for feeling like you're a little more childlike or you're looking. That doesn't mean you're stupid, naive. Um, just being very grateful and very wondrous toward life, seeking new adventure. Next card is the death card. That's about transmigration. It's about moving through the old, shedding the old skin. And as you got the birth or the renewal card, right next to the death card tells me that there's a big transformation going on here. A big awakening, really. So don't be afraid to walk to that light. Don't be afraid to walk through that tunnel of light and find that light and keep striving for that light. That's the right direction. And then you're, oh, I got one more card. Keep this one here. Okay, you have a choice at the end of this awakening. I don't want to say the end of it, but when we get that like energy burst, remember, everything that goes up must come down too. So, and that doesn't mean crash and burn. You don't have, it doesn't have to be a crash and burn, but when you know and you start to feel like you need to ground, because we can get addicted to that high energy. But we also need to ground. We need to come down a little bit. We need to land. We need to recharge, and kind of gain a perspective of the world. Again, kind of get our bearings here in this plane of existence, so we can rise back up and go back up there. It's just like this cycle of up and you go down and everything in between, right? You're going up to the light, and then you eventually kind of have to fall back and ground. It's hard to explain, but I think you kind of get the point. But anyway, you got the trickster for the last card, which is a challenge. It's more of you challenging yourself. This could be in positive ways, and it could be in negative ways. So be very mindful of how you're being challenged or how you're letting challenge affect you. Again, challenges, they're supposed to be there. This is what part of what life is for us. Life here in this existence. And your last card is Serpentine. Is your stone, your gemstone. And Saint Bridget is your affirmation. That's from Saint Bridget. So, Serpentine asks, are you drawn to empower people on their spiritual path? Do you find comfort in circles of men and women who are aligned with higher paths? Spend time empowering yourself. Be ready to learn and grow alongside others of like mind. Be available to feed and clothe those who need help walking this earthly path. All right, here's your affirmations. If you want to repeat this to yourself, you can. I affirm the well-being of myself and others. I remember the miraculous powers within my body, mind, and spirit. I am blessed with good health, prosperity, and fabulous friends and colleagues. Wherever I go and whatever I do, I share many blessings. My many blessings. What up, Ryan? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Searching for Shangri-La. Searching for Shambhala. I've thought of those before. Searching for. I like that though. Or on our way to. All right, are we caught up? Yes, creating our Shambhala, creating our Shangri-La. That's what I'm naming. I get a piece of land. Shangri-La. I like that. Sounds good. All right, everyone. I am going to sign off for now, but I will be back soon. If you'd like to schedule a reading, please go to, get a hold of me, send me a message. I can send you everything, or just go to my website here at psychicshaman333.com. If you're interested in the Metaphysical Mystics Psychic Development class that we do once a week, please go there and just go look for the Metaphysical Mystics tab. There should be a tab there, and you can go and sign up there. Other than that, I am going to sign off for now.
Let's do Billy Joe.
Billy Joe wants a card. Okay, Billy Joe wants a card. All right. Thank you, Billy Joe. Okay, you got Opal, Billy Joe, today before I sign off. Oh, I got Nancy too. Wait, yeah, I did Nancy. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, she's saying this is so true. I just saw her name show up. I'm like, did I get Nancy?
Yeah.
All right, the Opal for you, Billy Joe. Do you enjoy scholarly activities and mind-bending projects? Join my class, Metaphysical Mystic. Just kidding. Anyway, do you have a brilliant mind that craves stimulation? It is time to embrace concepts that may seem, at first glance, far out of the ordinary. Activate your higher mind by taking the time to further your education. Embrace the power of knowledge. You got Sanat Kumara. Here's your affirmation. I am an intelligent being. I am smart enough to be aware that new information is always available for discovery. Deep wisdom is innate within me. My entourage of angels orchestrates my life. I am receptive and have the gift of insight. Very good. Yes, pleasure to see you. Okay, Teresa. Yes, Teresa. Okay, one more. See, I got knocks on the door already. Oh, no problem. It was the guy checking the gas for a gas leak. There's no gas leak. But kids freak out. They have too much information for their heads, and then they it's kind of like, you know, if you're sick and you come looking for, you get stuck on like WebMD and you start looking at symptoms and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to die. Turning a mountain into a molehill. All right, Teresa, do you have a question? I knew I was forgetting something. It's squirrely, but not really relaxing after experience trucker life. A lot of hours to wake up. Yeah, I know a couple of people that have driven long haul trucks. Yeah, not a lot of sleep and a lot of work, a lot of driving, in a lot of different conditions. I think that would probably get me the most, is having to drive a big rig. I'm sure you get good at it if things goes, at least most of us. Some people are just terrible drivers, no matter where they're at. No matter who they are, just some people are just, you know, they're not that talented at driving. But yeah, and we thank you. I thank you. Because of you, you get the supplies to where they need to go, to us. So thank you. Not dead yet. And you're not vaccinated. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there, see, Andrew. Yeah, well, you know, most people test positive for it. Those are all, like, it's not, I'm not going to go into it because different channel for that. That's the Pirate Podcast. Okay. So, Janet, you are next. Teresa, that card keeps coming out today. It's been coming out a lot lately. Focusing in on your ancestors. Really, maybe do a meditation today or tonight and really hone in on ancestors. That could be your grandparents or your mom or your dad, anyone who's came here before you and passed, or even those ones that are still here. I feel like it's a good time to look to them for advice or for guidance. Like I said, you can do a meditation where you do this, but it's really trusting the messages that come through. You're kind of back to this place. I don't know if it feels kind of like health feels up, then health feels down, which could be like a product of just our age and certain things. But I feel like this is something You know what you need to do. You might be a little bit stubborn on doing it. And this is like in your life too. Like I feel like there's some adventure awaiting you. Just go for it. Go for it. Go get it. Oh, thank you, Trina. Trina just sent.
500.
All right, y'all. So I'm going to send you a reading through the phone because I do have to go here in a minute. Let's see here. Earth, nurture, taking care of yourself. That's why the continuum card is kind of telling, or the medicine wheel card is telling me next to this card, which is the earth and the nurture card, taking better care of yourself. And I think this is just not being hard on yourself. So it's not really like diet or anything like that. It seems to be just more you kind of how you view yourself. Do you love yourself? Do you tell yourself that you love her? Start making that a practice. It will help. It will open up new pathways for you. You'll see more adventure, or you will see a clearer future and present. And you got the chrysanthemum stone. Are you ready to overcome suffering? Do you have enough clarity to find the source of your misery? To overcome sorrow, call upon the part of you that recognizes that the many blessings in your life. Recognizes the many blessings in your life, sorry. Discover happiness and peace within, and live a charmed, enlightened life. Help others attain freedom from suffering as well. You got Padmasambhava. Padmasambhava. Yeah. Padmasambhava. I'm not going to keep trying. It just gets worse as I go. This is your affirmation for today. I effortlessly tap into universal wisdom. I have extraordinary good fortune in all aspects of my life, especially in my interpersonal relationships. I am divinely connected to all life. I am at peace with myself and the world around me. Oh, you were a passenger in it. Oh, okay, I got you. Really? Yeah, but that's still a driver. Co-driver is a driver. CN. No USA trip for this lady. Just talking about drivers in general. Doesn't matter where you live in the world. Y'all should be appreciated. I delivered parts one time for a dealership, and that job is hard. Just locally, just driving in traffic every day is like risking your life, basically. It really is. You wouldn't think about it, but when you're driving every day, the chances of you getting in an accident go up greatly. So you have to be really sharp, pay attention. And even then, you still got to pay attention to things around you. Know what's going on around you, other than just having the tunnel vision. She knows what I'm talking about. See, I knows what I'm talking about. Trina, I will get you. Let's see. Is there anybody else that I was? Did I miss anybody else? Cindy Vanderwood. Left $5. Where's Cindy Vanderwood? Yeah, keep them alert and awake on the road. Yeah, that's another dangerous thing, especially with long haul trucking. I remember just going, like doing the deliveries, like I said, locally. There were times when I couldn't keep my eyes open. I just left like 5 or, I was probably tired, but it was like my eyes were closing, like heavy. There she is. Okay, Cindy, do you have a question? I think that was it. Teresa, $7.50. Thank you, Teresa. And Trinia. Okay. So Cindy and Trinia, and if Cindy wants to ask a question, we can just go for it right now. Let's just get them done while I'm on here. I've got a couple more minutes. General? Okay, that works. Let's see. No, that one keeps coming out too. That's your last card. That's your outcome. Okay. Utilizing your creativity. I feel like you have a lot going on within you, and you need to get it out. You got the first card was the upper world, the future card. So using those visionary skills, looking forward, looking ahead, it's almost like you can see these. You're very good at materializing things or manifesting them because you can see them very well in here. So as you do this, I feel like it's really putting it into practice. Start manifesting, like finish the manifestation. You have a lot that can be created or that you can manifest. And I got this card, which is the creativity card. There. Go outside, feel that wind, listen to it. How does it make you feel? Really paying attention to the wind and how the air and how that's affecting you, or the message it's bringing you, or the inspiration it may be bringing you. But it's really about putting things into practice. You right now are creating a fresh start for yourself as well. I feel like just the direction or journey, like you're creating, it's the same journey, but you're adding more to it. Which is brave and also a lot of fun when you start going for it, right? But you got the renewal card, the birth card. It's time for new opportunities, new changes. I think a lot of us are going through a lot of changes. It's spring right now, so this is that time of rebirth. So you have a really good chance with the energy right now to manifest that rebirth, and that's where I see you headed if you can continue to put something. Create. However that is that you do that, it's important that you just do it, and it helps open you up. And you got pedalite. Are you connected with the oneness of your heart and mind? Are you seeking a way to balance your emotions and release tears brought on by mood swings? Invite the energy of the divine feminine to restore your equilibrium. Feel the energy of mercy, compassion, and kindness within you and from those around you. And Kuan Yin is an affirmation from Kuan Yin. I am open and receptive. I take the time to just be. I listen intently with my heart. I have a balanced mental perspective. Mercy and compassion are abundant within me. I am grateful for all the blessings in my life. All right. And Trinia, are you still here? If not, I'll catch Trinia in a little bit. Travelers of Truth. I like that too. That sounds too much like superheroes. I don't want to get. I mean, it sounds good, but I'm like, oh god, I don't want to. People already call me Aquaman, and I'm like, no. I'm not into hero worshiper. Those worshiping me, that's not what I want. Edith the Mandarin and Bountiful. Mandarin. Okay. I don't think I've heard of that one. Yeah, you can donate, or you can go to my website. I'm about to sign off, but if you want to donate, I can stick around And we probably got another 10 or 15 minutes. So it's just down here on my link tree at the bottom. Halo, there we go. Okay, I'll catch Trina later then. But if Jeanette wants one, we can do one more, maybe two. So if you want a 4-card reading, let me know in chat or in the comments so I can hang around a little longer. If not, if I don't catch you and you've paid for a reading, I can still do it through Messenger. Okay. Jeanette Valencia, thank you for the $5. All right, here we go. Psychic Seekers. Going like I need to sneeze. What? Your phone's trying to die. Okay. I can catch you later if you want to just wait till, just give me about, I don't know, about an hour. Might be shorter or a little less than that. All right, Jeanette, did you just want a general reading or did you have a question? Okay, that'll work out better for me too, so thank you, Trina. I'll pull some cards and send them over here in a minute. Much love to you, Trina. Thank you. Okay, what are your guides and angels? What do you know? Pull these all out. Ooh, that you are powerful. But you're kind of going back and forth, like you know you have power within you. You may feel like kind of crazy because you're thinking that, but you shouldn't. Right now in the present, you get the middle world. So right now in the present, focusing on right now. The message is, I mean, really, it's you have a lot of shamanic power, but you have to put the pieces back together or walk that path of the shaman. That, whatever that is for you. It's just dealing in the ethers, dealing in paranormal, the supernatural, whatever that is for you, that is your shaman within. Okay, but the shaman also indicates, in the present card, is focus on what's not finished right now. Focus on the work that you need to do, and do it now. Whether that's reading, learning something new, putting back into practice some of the skills that you've already learned over time, your spiritual work, or that great work, we would call it, right? The shaman is reminding you there are a couple of things left unfinished. Take care of it and bring back that full power to yourself. And that car, or that hawk in the background, wings open, speaking loudly. You see the shaman's vibration coming off the drum. There's a lot of power there. The spirals over here. The tri-spiral, I can't remember exactly what they would call that one, but. And then the trickster is just not letting yourself kind of, there's this battle between kind of the logic and the imaginative or creative, and you need to meld the two. Don't fight against. Balance both of them together. Yeah, I'm losing my voice, so I need to chill out on talking for a minute. Desert Rose is your gemstone. And the Desert Rose asks, are you ready to lead a more fulfilling spiritual life? Do you feel a strong connection with God and the angelic realm? It is time to open up your heart to the divine. You are a blessing here on earth. So step into the magnificence of your love. Be the overflowing vessel of divine love. And you got Saint Therese de Lisieux. And here is your affirmation for me. I am grateful for the power of flowers and the fragrance that permeates all life. My head and heart are aligned with the divine. I believe in miracles and the miraculous power of unity. I spread love and well-being to all life. And thank you very much. Thank you, Trina. I will get with you here in just a minute. And if you guys would like a full reading, these are small mini readings. If you'd actually like a full reading where we can go into it a lot more, please go to my website. You can schedule something there, and I'd love to talk to you. I'm looking forward to it. Until next time, namaste. Much love to all of you, and I will see you very soon. I'll be back on tomorrow. And as we go into and we start getting on the road and driving around, you should see me on more. Probably from my phone, though. Won't have the nice looking studio here, but maybe we'll see what I can do from there. Technology's come a long way, so I'm sure I can figure something out. Y'all have a great day. Much love. We'll talk to you soon.